I'm going to create the whole series of eyes, cheeks, and face, and I'm going to give you some facts and some myths that are out there so that you can choose the right products for your skin and for your needs. Okay, so right now I'm going to start with cheeks. I'm going to talk to you about bronzer, and I'm going to talk to you about blush, highlighting, contouring, all that good stuff. So I already have my foundation and my dry lips and my concealer on. I don't have any powder on yet, and I'm going to tell you why in a little bit. But just the basics. When you're applying anything on your face, whether it's on your eyes or on the rest of your face, you want to think textures. You want to think matte textures versus shimmery, or satin, which is like in between matte and shimmery. For contouring your face, this is what when I do my face, this is how I start. I always contour first, and then I do my blush, highlighting, and all that good stuff. So I contour with a medium dark mineralized powder from MAC. It's a shade darker than my face powder that I use, and that's just enough color for me. I'm really pale. Normally all over the face I use medium plus, which I should use medium, but I want a little color. So and for contouring, I love my 130s, this 8, I think 138 brush by MAC. Anything pointy like this is really good because it will give you a really nice contour underneath your cheekbone. What you want to do, you need a matte bronzer for this, or face powder. So it does not need to be categorized as a bronzer, okay? Because this is just the darker face powder, but you can use it as a bronzer. There are shimmery bronzers and there are matte bronzers. Whatever matte you have, you want to use to contour your face. So anything you want to make look like it's receding, you want to use a matte texture for. If you want something to stand out, you want to use something shimmery. So underneath the cheekbone, we would use a matte bronzer. If you want a little highlight, like a sun-kissed look, you want to use something more shimmery, something with more sheen on the top of the cheek, and that'll highlight. So I'm just going to go into this, and I'm going to contour my cheeks. Just top off a little bit. Now you start about right up here by the ear and go underneath your cheekbone, but you don't want to go too far into the front because you may get that dirty kind of look if you go too close to the mouth. Okay, so I would start here and end about right here, and just go back and forth. See the line it's creating? You don't want to have a harsh line. You want to make sure that it's all blended. What I do is I go on the top a little bit right here, like almost in my temples, and then just go downwards. Very lightly. You don't have to press the brush. The more you press the brush, the less it's likely to blend. Okay. Do you see the difference from the front? Now if you want, you can go a little underneath as well, or higher on the temples, just to create that more tan look. And you want to make sure when you look from the front that your face looks even, because we're not symmetrical, none of us are. So just make sure that it looks approximately the same. Okay, so that's the contour. Now, if you want, you can use blush, you don't have to. It's totally up to you. You don't have to use all three, you can. I like blush, so I am going to apply blush, and also I want to show you how to apply it. So I'm going to take a 1/16 brush, which is a little flatter. I like to use the side of this brush to apply my blush. If your face is narrow, you want to place it right here, like really narrow. If it's kind of in between, it's totally fine, wherever you want to use it. If it's really narrow, you want to put it right here. Creates a beautiful balance on the face. If your face is more round and more wide over here, you kind of want to place your blush up here. It makes it look a little more narrow, okay? I'm going to use randomly Coygirl, which is a beautiful color, but it does not look like this on me, unfortunately. Apply a little bit on the brush, and I'm just gonna sweep. My face is neither too narrow or wide, so I kind of like to start on the apples and just brush whatever is left on the brush backwards. Now, I didn't put any powder over my foundation because this way the blush stays on longer, because liquid and powder stick together. So the foundation in this case is kind of like a primer for the blush. And just make sure you blend it really well. I'm not too worried about the front part. I'm gonna tell you why in a little bit. Now I look funky. So what I'm gonna do for the face powder, this is it for the blush. I'm totally fine if you want to go stronger, it's up to you, however much you want to apply, okay? I'm gonna use just the face powder. This is actually a foundation, but it's okay. It's very soft, so. And I'm using 129, which is actually a blush brush, but I've been liking it lately because it's smaller and it gives me a little more control. And you don't have to apply powder all over the face. Just the T-zone is fine if you want to, especially if you have drier skin. Now, what I've been telling you before about this part, what I like to do is run a little face powder over blush here, because it'll give you more blended look. It's kind of like the blush is coming out from inside of your skin. Can you see the difference? I do get oily throughout the day, so I like to powder a little more. Now, for cream blush, I know some people prefer cream blush, and you may ask, when would I want to use cream blush versus a powder blush? I like to use cream blush on a more textured skin, so either more mature skin, or if someone has larger pores in their cheeks, or just in general has breakouts maybe, or something like that, acne. It looks more flattering and it gives you very healthy glowy look, so I really like cream blushes. As far as application goes, really preference for the brush you want to use. I love 168 for cream blushes. You can see it's used for cream blush. It is a natural hairbrush, but I really like to do the stippling motion with it for the cream blush. It gives it a beautiful blended look, and you don't have to worry about anything. It's really easy with this brush, so that's just my personal preference. You'll probably find something else that you like. It's totally fine. Whatever makes you happy as far as the outcome of the look, that's what you should keep using. There really are no rules for brushes, so just go ahead and find your favorite and have fun with it. As far as textures for the blush, matte versus shimmery, same thing. You don't want to use, if someone or you have textured skin, you don't want to use anything too matte or too shimmery, because those two textures bring out, those two finishes, those two finishes bring out texture on the skin. So if you're dry, or if you're you have breakouts, or you're more mature and you put something too matte or too shimmery on, not good. You will see every single pore. So you want to kind of stay with either a cream blush or a satin finish blush, which is a very natural look. So mineralized blushes are perfect for that. I like to match my blush with the lip that I'm wearing. It looks very flattering. It goes together, it kind of puts the whole makeup together, no matter what you wear on the eyes. If you want to go bright on the lips and you want to have a brighter but not too bright blush, it's totally fine. Just make sure you stay natural on the eyes. So for highlighting, you use, as I said, to highlight your face, you use something more shimmery, something glowy with a little bit of sheen, so that you look sun-kissed. My favorite is a limited, it's called Perfect Topping Mineralized Skinfinish. And I love 109 brush. Some people love it to contour. This is what I started doing with this brush, but now I kind of like change it and love it for highlight. So anything shimmery that has a little bit of sheen is perfect, as much as you like. I prefer subtle highlight. So I'm just gonna go into this and lightly on the top of the cheekbone, even towards the blush, just to get that sheen there. Can you see? And the same on the other side. Just follow the cheekbone. You can go down your nose, a little bit on the bow, right here. And that's pretty much it. Very easy. Just go ahead and find product that you like, and you can use it on an everyday basis. I think this is pretty much it. If you have any questions, post them in the comment below the video, or send me a message and I will make sure to address them. Thank you. Bye guys.